In Final Fantasy X, salvation comes with a price. The final summoning is praised as the holiest ritual in Spira. An act of courage, devotion, and sacrifice. But in truth, it is a cruel deception. A cycle of death that keeps Sin alive, built on the lives of summoners and their guardians. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to be uncovering the lore of the final summoning, its history, its victims, and the moment Yuna dared to defy it. The final summoning is the last step of a summoner's pilgrimage. After acquiring every Aeon from the temples, the summoner reaches Zanarkand, where Yuna Leska, the ghostly remnant of Spira's first summoner, reveals the truth. To obtain the final Aeon, one guardian must willingly sacrifice themselves, becoming a faith. This final Aeon, fused with the summoner, is powerful enough to defeat Sin. The last Aeon, the strongest, it calls for a greater sacrifice than all you have faced. A guardian must give their life to become the faith of the final summoning. The ritual guarantees victory over Sin, but at the cost of the summoner and the guardian's lives. The people of Spira celebrate this sacrifice, calling it noble. Each calm is a temporary reprieve. A short time of peace before Sin inevitably returns, but for the summoner and their guardians, the pilgrimage is a journey towards death. Every summoner goes on a pilgrimage to defeat Sin, but it's not really a happy ending. Even so, countless summoners have continued the cycle. For some, it was duty. For others, faith. And for a few, it was the desperate hope to spare their loved ones from despair, if only for a short time. The tragedy lies in the deception. The final summoning does not destroy Sin, it sustains it. When the final Aeon defeats Sin, Yevon, once the ruler of Zanarkand, possesses that Aeon, transforming it into the next Sin. The summoner dies, the guardian is lost, and Spira mourns, believing their sacrifice has brought salvation. In truth, it only continues Yevon's cycle. Sin is eternal. Every Aeon that defeats it becomes Sin in its place, never ending. Director Yoshinori Kitase once explained that Yevon was designed not as a villain with motive, but as a parasite, an endless cycle of survival. This design choice reflects the hopelessness of Spira's system. The people fight, but never win. The final summoning traces back to the Machina War 1,000 years earlier. Facing defeat, Yevon transformed his people into faith, creating the dream Zanarkand and cloaking it with Sin. His daughter Yuna Leska sought to save Spira from endless destruction. She summoned the first final Aeon, with her beloved Zeon as the faith. Together, they defeated Sin, but when Yevon possessed Zeon, he became the new Sin, and Yuna Leska's sacrifice was twisted into the very circle that she had tried to escape. What began as love and loyalty became the blueprint for 1,000 years of sacrifice. For guardians, the pilgrimage is not only a duty, it is a countdown to death. Each guardian silently wonders, will I be the one to give my life, or will I watch the one I love become the faith instead? The developers deliberately built these bonds to feel like family, so that when the choice comes, it carries bearable weight. So, someone has to die to defeat Sin? Yes, that is the faith of all who follow Yevon's path. Auron himself carried the memory of his summoner, Braska, and their guardian Jet. Jet became the final Aeon only to be possessed by Yevon. He became Sin. This cruel irony that the savior becomes the very monster they sought to destroy is one of the darkest truths in Spira's history. The weight of the final summoning isn't only felt by Yuna. Along the journey, we meet other summoners, each shaped by the burden of sacrifice. Belgamine, the wandering, unsent summoner, duels Yuna throughout her pilgrimage. She admits her failure. I wanted to challenge Sin, but I was not able to. So I became an unsent, wandering the world. Her story is a mirror of countless summoners who died in vain, chasing a ritual that offered no victory. Isaru, a young summoner from Bevel, follows the teachings faithfully. He hopes to bring a calm, even if it costs him his life. These words reveal his acceptance. It is the summoner's burden. Yevon has taught us this, but still, I will continue. Isaru embodies the faith-driven summoners who never question the cycle. Donna, in contrast, is proud, arrogant, and bitter. She challenges Yuna, asking if she truly has the resolve to die. Donna's pilgrimage ends in disillusionment, her bravado masking the fear of the fate that awaited her. Through these characters, the game illustrates the many faces of sacrifice, failure, faith, pride, and despair, and all of them exist to reinforce the crushing inevitability of the final summoning. At Zanarkand, Yuna is given the same choice as every summoner before her, but unlike Yunalesca, unlike Braska, unlike Zeon, Yuna refuses. She will not sacrifice a guardian. She will not become another name in Spira's long list of martyrs. I will not let Spira die. I will defeat sorrow. I will live with my sorrow. I will live my own life. This is the turning point of Final Fantasy X. According to writer Kazushige Nojima, Yuna represented hope born from truth. She understood the weight of despair, but unlike her predecessors, she chose to fight it head-on. Her rejection of the final summoning was not just rebellion, it was liberation. Instead of repeating the ritual, Yuna and her guardians forged a new path. They confronted Jet, freed him from his torment, and finally destroyed Yevon. For the first time in 1,000 years, the cycle was no more. No more final summoning, no more false calms, only the eternal calm. And so, what had begun as tragedy ended as renewal. Yuna did not simply bring peace, she gave Spira a chance to live, free from sacrifice. The final summoning is one of the most haunting rituals in Final Fantasy lore, a sacred act that concealed despair, love twisted into tragedy, and sacrifice exploited by a parasitic cycle. For Belgemine, Isaru, Donna, and Braska, it was the inevitable end. But for Yuna and her guardians, it was a truth she dared to reject, and in doing so, she gave Spira something no summoner had ever given before. Freedom. This has been a deep dive into the lore of the final summoning. If you enjoyed this exploration, leave a like on this video, comment on what other deep dives you would like to see, and subscribe for more journeys into the hidden lores of Final Fantasy. Other than that, this is Enzo signing out, and that, as they say, is that.